How to craft a seven-figure executive resume that gets results. Is your resume CV generating interviews? Does it pass the very sophisticated ATS scanning application? Does it express your value as a seven-figure business leader? Does it articulate your accomplishments over your responsibilities? My history as a global executive resume writer tells me most likely not. I am Martin Buckland, a global executive management practitioner and a global executive resume CV writer. Today, I'm discussing a subject that can make or break you, and can literally be worth millions to your career. Crafting an executive resume that opens doors to seven-figure opportunities. Let me be clear and realistic, and from the start. An executive resume is fundamentally different from a resume CV created a few years ago. Not only has the format changed, so too has the content. If you last created your resume before 2021, you need to rewrite completely. At the seven-figure level, the stakes are high. The competition is fierce and the scrutiny is more intense. Your resume, your CV, must first survive the applicant tracking system, ATS, and then captivate human decision makers who spend an average of 8 seconds on initial resume CV reviews. In this video, I will show you how to create a resume that does 3 critical things. Pass the applicant tracking system, ATS, with flying colors, tells a very compelling, striking story of leadership and measurable impact, not just responsibilities, and creates an immediate visual and psychological wow factor that makes hiring executives want to meet you. Let's transform your resume, your CV, from a career obituary into a strategic marketing document worth those 7 figures and more. Before writing a single word, you must understand your resume faces 2 distinct audiences with different needs. The first audience, the ATS, the applicant tracking system. These AI gatekeepers scan your resume, your CV, before human eyes even see it. Studies show that between 75 and 80% of executive resumes are rejected by ATS before reaching a decision maker. Here is what the ATS demands: clean, standard formatting without fancy graphics, zero graphics, no shading, no tables, and much more. Strategic keyword integration, matching the position description. These are the business, functional, skills-based, level-specific, and industry-related keywords or buzzwords. Proper section headings, not the system recognizes, not summary or profile. Standard file formats, usually .docx or PDF, depending on the system. The second audience, the human executive. Once your resume clears that ATS, you have few seconds to impress a human reviewer who is looking for immediate evidence you can solve their specific problems. Quantifiable results that demonstrate leadership and management impact. A clear executive narrative that shows career progression. The visual appeal and readability that respects their limited time. The secret to a 7-figure resume CV is satisfying both audiences simultaneously, being machine friendly, while creating that human intrigue. When I first started writing executive resumes, CVs 30 years ago, it was a responsibility based document, not now. Today, the cardinal sin of executive resumes is listing job responsibilities. I'm not interested in your responsibilities. No career decision maker cares what you were responsible for. They care what you have achieved. How much money can you make? How much can you save, etc. The achievement formula for each role structure your achievements using this proven formula. STAR, STAR. Situation, describe the issues you uncovered or were given. Task, what did you do? The action, what actions did you execute? The results, you deliver with metrics. More metrics, the better. So, an example, instead of writing responsible for company's international expansion strategy, big deal, write engineered Asia Pacific market entry strategy to deliver a massive 47 million in new revenue in 18 months, catapult overall company profits by 23% while requiring only 12% of capital expenditure. End quote. Notice the difference? The second version tells a complete and compelling story with validated metrics. It demonstrates leadership thinking, execution capability, and bottom line impact. Which one would you choose if you were recruiting? For each position, identify 3 to 5 of the most impressive achievement stories that align with the role you are targeting, applying for. There is a rule of thumb, 1.5 star stories per year. So 2 years, 3 star stories. However, the more at this end of your career, the more impact you will deliver. Focus especially on revenue growth or cost reduction achievements, organizational transformation stories, crisis management successes, innovation initiatives with measurable outcomes, team building and leadership development wins. The list goes on. There are many. The more you have, the better it's going to be. Remember, every single achievement needs a number. If you cannot quantify it, either find a way to measure the impact or consider whether it belongs on your executive resume at all. Here are some tips to make your resume, your CV, invisible to rejection algorithms and visible to hiring algorithms. Keyword research and integration. Analyze 5 to 7 job descriptions for your target position. Identify recurring technical skills, leadership competencies, and industry terms. Create a keyword density map for your resume, your CV. Use exact phrasing from the job descriptions where authentic to your experience. So play a game with yourself. Imagine your resume, your CV is in your computer. What business, functional, skills-based, level-specific, and industry, and sometimes geography buzzwords would you enter to have your resume extracted from that ATS, the applicant tracking system? ATS friendly formatting. Use standard section headings, professional experience, education, business skills, zero graphics and shading, no shading at all, no underlines except for hyperlinks. Use standard bullet points rather than custom symbols. Keep formatting consistent throughout the document from top to bottom. Ensure your contact information is in the main body text, not headers and footers. No headers and footers in the resume, CV. No fancy fonts, easily readable, but not Times New Roman and with zero accents. If you have a name with an accent, take it off. File optimization. Save your resume as both DOCX and PDF formats. Use the appropriate one for each application. Use a file name convention with your name, the target position, the company name, and then resume.docx. Remove metadata or properties that might flag diversity identifiers. Proofread your resume yourself and have others proofread it too. The more proofreading you have, the better it's going to be. Just don't rely on that Microsoft Word spell checker. Remember, an ATS resume that fails ATS screening never reaches human eyes, no matter how brilliant you are or how brilliant the content is. Once your resume passes the ATS, you need to immediately seize attention and create that psychological intrigue. The 8-second test. Executive recruiters make initial judgment in just 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Your resume must create an instant visual appeal while communicating executive presence. The visual hierarchy principles. Create a distinctive yet professional header with your name and executive brand statement, but not formatted in a header. As I say, no headers, no footers. You can't do that. No headers, no footers in the ATS. If you have a header, you have a footer. The ATS cannot read the text within that header or the footer. So in other words, if you have a header and you have all your contact information, nobody will know who sent or what even your name is or how to contact you, because all the information in that header is obliterated and will never be read by ATS. Use strategic white space to guide the eye to key achievements. Employ subtle typography variations to establish information hierarchy. Use bold and italics liberally. Consider a restrained accent color that aligns with your personal brand. Ensure perfect alignment and spacing throughout. Here are the executive formatting specifics. Limit your resume to CV to 3 pages maximum, even for 30+ years career. Don't go to 2.5, 2 1/3, 2 1/4. Keep it to 3 full pages. A 7-figure leader has enough to fill 3 pages. Place the title of the position specifically, and then applying the 4 key skills that they are looking for immediately beneath that position. So each resume has to be customized. What are the top 4 skills they are looking for? And then beneath that, you have your 15, 17, or 19 word personal brand statement. These are, and then the soft skills, your hard skills in the top third of the first page, what I call above the fold. That section is a crucial selling point. As I say, use bold selectively to highlight metrics and key accomplishments. Create a visually distinctive career highlights or value offered or career milestone section at the top of with your top 3 accomplishments. Consider a subtle vertical or horizontal line to create visual structure. The visual goal is sophisticated restraint, nothing flashy, but distinctive enough to signal this is not the ordinary candidate. This is not the ordinary candidate. Here are some executive branding elements. At the executive level, your resume, your CV needs to do more than list experience. It needs to establish your leadership brand. The executive summary begin with a powerful 4 to 6 line margin to margin block paragraph highlighting the soft skills with these 4 key ingredients. What one word, just one word, would describe you? I'm not interested in a wussy word, but a powerful, resonating word that you will be prepared to defend in the interview, because you will probably be asked in the interview, well, why did you choose that word? Bold or unstoppable or unflappable. There's many more. Describe how you lead. Articulate your communication style. Highlight what you're renowned for business wise, not to be duplicated from your personal brand. And there are many videos in my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, that talk about personal branding, how to build. What is your personal brand? How to build a personal brand. 15, 17, or 19 words. So here is an example of that opening statement, which we used to call executive summary, profile, or whatever. So here we go. Audacious. That's the one word. Astute, strategist, and tactician. Combines science with a strong, well-rounded, and robust global business acumen focused on integrity, innovation, and impact. This is the leadership style. Collaborative, engaging, and empowering leader. Secures buy-in for change and promotes ideation, diversity, and transformation to eliminate bottlenecks and advance the business. Embraces challenges, agitates the status quo, defines a vision, and fervorously works towards achieving or surpassing goals and expectations. The communication style, open and frank communicator, avid listener, simplifies scientific jargon for all to understand, and encourages input and opinions. Then what they're recognized for business-wise, not to be duplicated from your personal brand. Recognized for succeeding after previous attempts failed, opens new revenue streams across the world, and completes demanding mandates with a structured problem-solving approach. That's it. That's the opening statement. So, board and advisory experience. Create a dedicated section for board positions or advisory roles and governance experience. These are increasingly more and more important for executive candidates. If you've got board experience, you need to show it. Doesn't matter whether it's corporate board or non-for-profit. Remember, executive branding isn't about ego. It's about establishing a memorable professional identity that creates instant credibility. You need as much visibility as you can secure. I've covered the essential elements of a 7-figure executive resume: ATS optimization, achievement-based storytelling with metrics, and creating that visual and psychological appeal that demands, secures attention. Let me leave you with these 3 key points that separate a merely good executive resume from those that generate multiple offers. Your resume is not a career autobiography. Every word must support your candidacy for specific positions you are targeting. Be ruthless in editing anything that doesn't advance that goal. Anyone can declare themselves as visionary or strategic. Your qualified achievements will prove your leadership capability without needing to state it explicitly. Your executive resume should be a flexible framework, not a static document. Customize those relevant achievements and keywords, buzzwords for every opportunity while maintaining your core brand narrative. If you don't customize for each job, your chances of an interview are severely, like major, diminished. Remember, your executive resume isn't just telling your career story. It's selling the ROI, the return on investment you represent to your next employer, whoever that may be. When poorly crafted, this single document can literally be worth millions in compensation over the coming years of your career. So don't spend voluminous amount of time on preparing your resume. So there's a question for you. Is your resume capturing attention and securing interviews? If in doubt, I offer a free, no obligation resume 30-minute critique over Zoom. Please send me your resume, your CV. The URL is down the bottom of this video. And we will then schedule a 30-minute Zoom at your convenience. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. I work globally, and I will go through it from top to bottom. But I say it as it is because you only get one chance to make that first impression. Thanks for watching. If you found this video valuable, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Martin Buckland, where you will find a vast array of videos encompassing all facets of executive career management. If you are a 7-figure executive, is your resume up to scratch? Does it meet that ATS? Are you getting interviews? Are you pleased with it? If you're not pleased, send it to me and we will collaborate together I will go through it for you with my free, no obligation resume critique.